It is the voice of Indiana County. It's WCCS 101.1 FM, AM 1160, and WCCSradio.com. Christy Ooten from the Salvation Army is with us this morning, and it is a really, really busy time of year for everybody, but certainly the Salvation Army puts a great emphasis on the weeks and days now before Christmas. And Christy, good morning to you.
Good morning.
It's good to have you with us. Our conversation brought to you by Marcus and Mack, voted best personal injury law firm in the Best of Indiana County contest. Marcus and Mack, a law firm representing injured people. So the Red Kettle campaign got underway a number of weeks ago, and you've been out there raising funds to fund Salvation Army programs now for over a month now. How do you stand?
Well, we're doing amazing. We've had a really great season this year. Not only has the weather cooperated, the community has been very generous in getting their money into the kettles. We have kettles still at like the Walmarts here in Indiana and Blairsville and in Giant Eagle, and then sometimes we're down on Bilo down on 4th Street. Mm-hmm. So we are trying to cover a couple different ends of town, but they're doing really great.
It's typically, when you get to Christmas weekend, it's typically a really, really busy time. And I would assume that for the Salvation Army, you have a lot of very nice collections in the days before Christmas. But this year, Christmas Eve, which is a heavy shopping day, happens to fall on a Sunday. And you don't do the red kettles themselves on a Sunday.
No, we don't do any collections on Sunday, so we won't be out. But our last big push days will be today and tomorrow. Mm-hmm. So we're looking for the community to come out and just support the Salvation Army and help us get further past our goal.
Now, where will people find red kettles this weekend?
We will be at the Blairsville and Indiana Walmarts, and then we'll be at the Giant Eagle here in Indiana is our main location.
Those are the 3 locations folks should look out for. Mm-hmm. Of course, you can give in other ways than actually going to a physical location, too.
Yes, you can go. You can certainly send a check to our office on Water Street, or you can go online and donate there.
Yeah. Those are wonderful options for us. But you and I were talking a few moments ago about, where do these funds go for the Red Kettle campaign? And they fund, as we said, so many programs for the Salvation Army through the course of a year. And you can set your goal at the beginning of the Red Kettle campaign, and you can even reach that goal as you did last year, but you might get to the end of the year and find out that, well, you still need help. You still need funding for other programs or other expenses that you've incurred over the course of the year. You do so much for so many people. So as big as this weekend is, folks can always give, and we just want them to know that.
Yes, our goal is set in advance. So we have already kind of tentatively met that goal, but the need has been so great here in Indiana County that even last year we met our goal. We ran out of funds early on, so we're hoping that even like the excess coming through will be able to support us through 2024 and help those. We help Salvation Army with spiritual needs. We also help with rent and utility assistance, clothing, furniture, seasonal assistance, such as coat, food, and toys during the season. So we do a lot there.
There are a lot of children's services that you do.
Yeah, we have the after-school program, which is a free program for children that's actually starting back up on January 3rd, I believe. And we do a lot of services with children for giving for new shoes before school, coats, and then toys and food for Christmas.
Yeah. A lot of things being done by a lot of great people. I know you salute the volunteers who have helped out.
Oh, yes, and especially our volunteers and our kettle sponsors. Every kettle you go to, you'll see there will be a logo on there for our kettle sponsor, and that donor has already sponsored that sign for the season. So we have the sponsors this year is S&T Bank, InFirst Bank, Rosebud Mining, IRMC, Ruskini Group, State Farm Insurance, Krebs Publishing, Reliant Holding, Delaney's Foundations of Indiana, and Sheets Corporation. Yeah. So those are our sign sponsors, so you'll see those every time you put money in the kettle. So thank those individuals for coming forward before the season even started. As
I was walking into a store last weekend, there was the whole crew from the United Way of Indiana County, and they were manning the Red Kettle that particular day, and the partnership between the Salvation Army and the United Way of Indiana County is a really good one, isn't it?
Oh, yes. they allow us to support families throughout the year by with assistance with housing, utility, and food assistance for individuals and furniture and clothing.
Yeah,
So it helps us stretch the dollar.
absolutely. And that's what you have to do, make them go as far as they possibly can. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the Salvation Army Red Kettle campaign goes on, and folks can donate online or at the kettles themselves. And we think about the campaign now, but people can give all throughout the year.
Yes, we receive donations through the entire year. And we just ask that if you're making a specific designation, that your money wants to go to a specific program of ours, just note it on your check.
Christy Ooten from the Salvation Army with us here this morning, and it is Indiana in the Morning here on WCCS. Now, Christy, you've had to wear a couple of hats this week, huh?
Oh, yes. We just finished serving our Angel Tree program. So we served a little over 400 families and over 800 children. So that was Monday and Tuesday. Mm-hmm. So that was a really busy time. We had a lot of volunteers come out, and I thank them for supporting the Salvation Army.
Yeah.
And then I switched over to kettles. So it's the last push, the last couple of days, which are our busiest. Mm-hmm. And we have our slots right now are tentatively filled. We always like to see if volunteers want to come out. If they're interested, they can call us. But we have had a lot of volunteers come through this season. I can just name a few. Like you said, United Way came and helped us with the kettles. We had Marion Center Bank, Indiana Tourist Bureau, with the Boy Scouts of Indiana and Blairsville, and IUP basketball. We're just a few of the dozens of volunteers that come out and help us each season.
Yeah, one of the interesting things to me as well is how many groups get together as families or clubs, and they collect within their own organization, mm-hmm. and then someone comes down and makes the Red Kettle donation on behalf of all of their various constituents, and that's another way that folks can give.
Yeah. You don't have to, you don't have to stand at the kettle. You can do your own private collection within a family, a group, or an organization. Just make sure you get it in by the deadline so it counts for the kettle campaign, but you can always donate to the Salvation Army all year round.
Yeah. Of course, across western Pennsylvania, other units haven't had as good a year as Indiana County has had, and we certainly are grateful for Indiana Countyans for turning out for the Salvation Army, but we understand as well that, other organizations, other Salvation Army units as well, could be struggling a little bit. So no matter where they find themselves this weekend, if they see that kettle hanging somewhere, $1 or $2 in there will help a lot.
Yeah, there's Western PA, we cover 28 counties for the Salvation Army, but the Salvation Army is not only national but global. So even if you're flying to California or Texas somewhere, you'll find a kettle on probably any corner mm-hmm. at this time of the year.
Yeah.
So just please donate and know that it's going to your local community. So wherever you drop your money, that's where it stays.
Yeah. All right, Christy, anything else folks need to know about this weekend or anything else?
Just this is the last weekend the kettles will be out. If you miss the kettles, please send the check in to the office, or our counter kettles will still be out at local businesses till the end of next week.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's very
Keep an eye out for those little guys.
Yeah. Well, Christy, thanks so much. I know it's been a really, really busy time for you and for the entire Salvation Army unit here in Indiana. You're doing great work, and we appreciate it.
Thank you.
It is the voice of Indiana County. It's WCCS 101.1 FM, AM 1160 at WCCSradio.com. So many worthy organizations to which you can give. The Salvation Army of Indiana County. Our Teddy Bear Fund Drive continues to chug along, and we had a couple of other donations this week. Some school organizations that were scheduled to be with us were unable to come in because on Tuesday when we had them scheduled, there was a 2-hour delay for school. So we're going to get at least one of those groups rescheduled. We've already rescheduled and aired one of those conversations. So all of that, a big part of this week before Christmas, and here we are right at Christmas weekend. In our next